the Movie Tree.
Howdy, howdy, branches, and welcome to a huge episode of the Movie Tree podcast. Fucking massive.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, it's huge.
I must have missed the email during the week.
We're going to guard some bodies, and we're going to body some guards.
Okay.
Whatever that means. We're in for a banger.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, mate? How are you feeling about this one?
There's a case to be made for it to achieve banger status.
We are doing one of the greatest soundtrack to movies
Yes.
of all time.
Yes.
The Bodyguard.
All right. So we got here by climbing the Joe Unger branch. He played Sergeant Garcia in A Nightmare on Elm Street, and he plays journalist in this movie.
Hey,
Here we go.
chiropractor just walked in.
Storyline. A former Secret Service agent takes on the job of bodyguard to an R&B singer whose lifestyle is most unlike a president's.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
confirm.
it.
It's true.
That is
True,
it,
true.
man.
Oh.
I'm in the game.
That was
I'm in
like
the
you're
game
opening
today.
a box of secrets.
You know what that isn't? That's not soda.
No.
That's hardcore liquor. Because we have children.
Right. When did you first watch?
I believe this would have been VHS
Wow.
from underneath the TV in the stockpile we had. But that VHS stockpile that the family has that
Yep.
no one ever touches, that was this.
Probably
That
still
was
there.
this. Yep. You get angry at you because you didn't rewind it.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Like, you haven't watched it in 47 years. Well, you didn't rewind it. All right, fuck. I'll do it next time.
Cardinal sin. I saw this at cinemas.
Oh, that is a good.
It is
That's a
good.
good
Yeah, this
scene.
is
That
one
a good scene.
the old man took us to, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
IMDb. This is a fucking absolute travesty. 6.4.
I don't know who is voting this below that.
Do you want to hear more of travesty?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Rotten Tomatoes. Critics, 38%. Audience, 64%.
I feel like critics come from another world where movies are despised.
I've got a theory with most critics. Not all,
Yep.
but most, is that they feel like they have to write something edgy about a movie.
That's true. I've always said it. I think on this podcast we've always spoken about Zack Snyder and how much he divides the people and the critics. And if you're, say, one of those critics who's first up and doesn't have a form line to go by,
Yep.
the safe option is to go low. And so you'll find bad things about a Zack Snyder film and go, oh, this was that and this was this. Because if you're bold enough to go for it, this was out there, like there's more of a chance that the public will turn on you.
Yep.
So I think it's self-preservation, in my opinion, that they go low.
I think that's why I used to have a subscription to Empire magazine, and I used to love reading their reviews and basing my movie choices off that because they were pretty much always accurate.
I mostly go IGN now.
Yeah, I mostly go by gut.
Gut feel from the tree there.
That's right. This tells the story to me. Budget 25 mil, box office 411 mil.
Oh, my Lord.
Second at the box office, only beaten and rightfully so by Aladdin.
Yeah, for Jesus Christ, two absolute humdingers.
Third was Home Alone 2. Fourth was Basic Instinct. Fifth was Lethal Weapon 3.
That's mad. That is a mad setup.
It is,
That is a
isn't
good
it?
year. What was that? What year?
92.
Oh, gee whiz, 3 years old.
Released on November 25th, 92, like I said. This is our third movie from 1992. I'm not going to ask you.
Nope.
We've also done A Few Good Men
I wouldn't have got that.
and Encino Man.
Wouldn't have got that.
Runtime of 2 hours and 3 minutes, produced by Warner Brothers. Awards, it was nominated for 2 Oscars. Best Original Song, 2 songs nominated.
Yep.
I Have Nothing and Run to You were both beaten by A Whole New World from Aladdin.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what, though? I have
I'm not
nothing.
angry.
But I feel like either of those two could have pipped Aladdin.
I know they could, but I still feel like Aladdin, that one is more memorable than I will. No, than what were the 2 songs from here?
I Have Nothing and Run to You.
See, I Will Always Love You should pip that.
Yes, but it wasn't an original song.
Wasn't an original song, but that would be the one that pips
Oh,
it.
that would have won everything.
I would give it to Aladdin.
You could put that song in the presidential election. It'd probably beat someone.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Directed by Mick Jackson, who's only done really LA Story and Volcano that we would know about anyway.
It's wild. That
Isn't
is
it?
wild.
Cast, our boy Kevin Costner, 37. Whitney Houston, 29 at the time. Gary Kemp, 33. Bill Cobbs, 58. And Ralph Waite, 64. A couple of tidbits. This film was originally proposed in the mid-70s, starring Diana Ross and Steve McQueen. Was rejected as too controversial. The film concept was to be attempted again in the late 70s with Ryan O'Neal and Diana Ross. The project fell through after only a few months because of irreconcilable differences between O'Neal and Ross, who had been dating at the time. The film had to undergo some hasty recutting when test audiences jeered Whitney Houston's performance. What? Yeah, I don't. Anyway.
Suppose we got hindsight, don't we?
We do. Skinning the smoke wagon last week. You just came out and said, this is a dead set, flat, certified dead set banger. 5.
Yeah.
On the back of that, can I please have these thoughts and score?
I can tell you I wasn't wrong. Love it. Love the storyline. Love how well Whitney Houston went from stage to screen. One of the greatest soundtracks of all time. Wonderfully integrated into the film's narrative. Beautifully shot. The charity benefit singing scene. Frank and Fletcher speaking about being scared. The night scene at Frank's snow cabin. And the final camera shot closing on Frank at the end are just a few examples. I wish I could have seen this in the cinemas. It just has that sort of filter over it that makes it feel like it would have looked better up on a big screen rather than a HD TV. Mm-hmm. Possibly the only film that has ever made both wife and husband equally happy every time it is put on. One of the great film love stories and one of the great final acts. I can't fault it. It is a 5, as I said last week.
Oh, okay. Well,
what about you, mate? What do you got?
I said it'd be a 4.2. I'm hedging my bets a little bit. And that's probably mainly because I haven't seen this for a long, long time.
Yeah, fair enough.
In fact, it's probably been 25 years since I've seen this. But for my mind, this movie doesn't get spoken about enough when discussing Costner's career. We get the dancers talk, we get the Robin Hood chats, we get the Yellowstone conversations. But this one often gets forgotten. But let's look at the box office for proof. On a budget of 25 mil, it made $411 million. And this is not a big action movie. This is not big set pieces. This isn't Schwarzenegger, Stallone. This isn't anyone. This is Kevin Costner playing a grizzled, almost beaten down version of a Secret Service agent.
Yep.
And it's almost a little bit dark in that regard as well.
Survivor's guilt.
To make over 400 mil in the early 90s, fuck me, mate. This was massive in the state. Absolutely huge. Pete Costner for me, great cast, bloody well shot, and fantastically scored by Alan Silvestri. Banger soundtrack, like you said, one of the greatest. If you haven't seen this movie, then do yourself a favour. I liken this to Ransom for us.
Yep.
Not revered by the public, but an absolute banger for me, 5 out of 5.
We've gone again.
We've gone again.
It's been a while.
And you know what?
It has been a while.
I was thinking, I'm like people go, how'd you give that? It's not. We're not critics. We're not movie critics. This is pure personal taste.
Yeah, well, we vote with our heart.
Hearts, exactly right. Unfortunately, though, due to its IMDb score,
Has to be bottom of the 5s.
even though it gets a perfect 5 out of 5 for us, it sits 11th.
That's bottom of the 5s?
It's the bottom of the 5s. So it sits just below Ransom.
Once you brought up that IMDb score, I'm like, well, even if it does land,
Just below Ransom, just above Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
Do we go by votes?
Only if the IMDb score is the same.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
So what it is, and I guess I've never really explained this properly on air. We give our scores, and if the score is tied with previous scores, the IMDb score dictates where it sits on our scoreboard.
Yep.
And if the IMDb score is identical to the next movie, then I go off votes.
Yep. Nice.
To differentiate.
Nice.
Do you have a best on ground, please, sir?
Certainly do. Special honourable mention to Kevin Costner. And I'd like to say Michelle Lamar Richard for her turn in the confession scene where she points out that she's the reason this is all happening.
Yep.
Fantastic. But I have to give it to Whitney. Like I said.
You did say that last week.
Her stage to camera, like stage to screen, is unprecedented in my opinion. Like, I can't think of any any actor, actress who's come from singing or any other background, wrestling, who's put in this turn. Like, I watch this film and I'm like, where can I point out that she's not an actress?
Would you want me to make it more interesting for you?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Mick Jackson and Kevin Costner told her not to go to acting lessons.
Well done.
They wanted her to just be natural as a singer in this, and she was.
And it bloody works. So I have to give it to her. There's going to be plenty of times where Kevin's going to take it. So I have to give it to Whitney.
Fair
what
enough.
about you, mate? Who's your best?
Well, Kevin did take it for me.
He did take it.
Yeah, he did take it for me. So a special mention to Whitney Houston. She was really, really good. But yeah, Kevin Costner for me. I can't go past his performance in this. Like I said, understated, beaten down, grizzled. He's lived a life before this movie even starts, and you can tell that there's a lot of baggage there, and he carries it really well.
Yep. Nah, could not agree more.
Worst on ground.
This is pretty easy. Christopher Britt as Henry, the driver. I thought he was garbage.
Yeah.
Like, especially that first scene where he speaks with Frank. No good. He's just like, what are you doing here? And like, you're overdoing it. And it was just overdone for me. I can
tell when there's no picture on someone's IMDb.
I did see that.
That there is a chance they're not the bestest.
And one and done.
And yeah, so that's, I mean, I didn't have him. I had Robert Wall. His performance has always irked me.
Yep.
Playing himself virtually at the Oscars and whatnot. But his performance has just always irked me. I don't know why. And it was the same again this time around.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Play of the day.
Could have been every scene in the film. But my play of the day, it has to go with my heart as I vote. And the bar scene where they're falling in love. Their first dance to the song she will ultimately sing for him later on.
Possibly the worst version of that song, too.
It hits me right in the goddamn tear ducts. Like when that glass smashes and he turns to save her and she's like, it's all right, I'll look after you this time.
Yep.
And he looks at her and that's like the first time he's noticing her. He's like, she's special. Yep. Like there's something about this person that I've not seen in any other person. And like I said, hit me right in the tear ducts. And because it's a shit version compared to Whitney Houston and Dolly Parton and the 40 other people who've sung this song, it makes it special because she does point it out. She's like, why is it so sad? And you're like, well, it's not sad. It's beautiful. So my play today is the bar scene.
Would you watch it again?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Multiple
times. Should the listeners watch it?
Yes.
Yeah, like I said up top, if you haven't
times.
seen this movie, then what are you doing, firstly? But yeah, watch it.
I'd be surprised if someone listening to this podcast hasn't seen this film.
It depends on the audience.
Surely they've all seen it.
I don't know. Anyway.
I believe in you people.
Where did you watch?
I watched this on Binge.
As did I. You can also watch it on Foxtel Now, or you can rent it on Apple TV, Amazon Prime, Telstra TV and Fetch. The DVD is $5 from JB Hi-Fi.
Oh, get it.
And the CD soundtrack is $12. So, just a double purchase.
Do you reckon they're just trying to sell that overlap of the amount they made? Like they're just like, hey, this is huge from 92.
Maybe. I don't know. Do you want some trivia?
Yes.
Let's do some movie trivia.
Body count.
3.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Portman, Nicky, and the guy in the very first shot of the very first scene is killed in the car park.
Capped, yeah.
So, the movie poster for this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Famous movie poster.
Very famous.
Kevin Costner carrying her in the rain. Famous all over the world.
Oh, yeah, the Hitman's Bodyguard, literally
took the piss out of it, yeah. Kevin Costner wasn't actually carrying Whitney Houston.
Who was it?
It was their body double because she wasn't there on the day that they shot the photo.
Doesn't matter. I believe.
Costner told her to keep her face hidden so she could show the fear that the character was experiencing and also not show her face. Costner himself picked the definitive photo that was later used in the movie poster.
I love him. Can't wait for his new movie.
So, some casting news. Pat Benatar, Olivia Newton-John, Madonna, Joan Jett, Debbie Harry, Janet Jackson, Terry Nunn, Kim Khan, Dolly Parton were considered for the role of Rachel Marin.
They nailed it. Like, nobody has Whitney Houston there. Like, there are some banger artists, don't get me wrong, but none of them are Whitney Houston.
Kevin Costner, who was also a producer in this movie, reportedly denied Madonna an audition.
Well done.
Because she had made a gag joke at his expense in bed with Madonna.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Don't let that fucking wench anywhere near.
No. Keep her to her little, what do you call them?
Slut antics.
Yeah. Well, not what I meant, but yes.
I've got no time for Madonna. I don't like her very much at all.
Neither do I.
Good.
What's the William Dafoe? A body of evidence. Keep her to her sexual thrillers.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, no.
No one wants to see.
She would, though.
She would, I know, but you've got to say no. 60-year-old Madge is not something we want to say.
Just like Kevin said no here.
Yes.
Well done.
Yep. You got some branching for me?
I got some branching for you.
And now it's time for us to branch out and decide what we'll watch next week.
Are you ready for your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
7.
7. The salacious 7.
Ooh, salacious.
Salacious. Kevin Costner.
Yep.
Waterworld. Ralph Waite. Cool Hand Luke.
Oh, that's an oldie, yes.
It is. Thomas Arana. Gladiator.
Oh.
Mike Starr. Knockaround Guys. On Deadly Ground. Jerry Barman. Barman. Cocktail.
Oh, my Lord.
And Richard Schiff, Volcano. So you got Waterworld, Cool Hand Luke, Gladiator, Knockaround Guys, On Deadly Ground, Cocktail, Volcano. What do you want me to knock out? What do you want me to keep? Might be easy to do that. What are you feeling out of that? Waterworld, Luke, Cool Hand Luke.
What I'm feeling out of that is, in no particular order, Cocktail.
Yep.
Gladiator.
Yep.
Waterworld.
Okay, Cocktail, Gladiator, Waterworld. Do you want me to get rid of the others?
Yeah, you can knock them out. You know what? As soon as you said it, it was clear in my mind. I just wanted to give the others some little bit of diligence.
Yep.
But my name is Maximus.
Husband to a murdered wife. Father to a murdered son. And I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. Well, play of the day, sort of.
That's right.
Joaquin Phoenix. That's probably our longest film. That's going to be like
It's 2.5 hours. It's 2.5.
Nice. I got a couple of days off, so that's going to be good.
I'm probably going to have to split this one in half.
Oh, mate, I reckon you might, but it is a bang her.
All right, on the back
bang
of
her.
On the bang her.
Bang her. All
right, on the back of that.
Go ahead, skin it. Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
It can't not be a 5.
There's no discussion here.
Performances, effects,
cinematography.
I mean, speeches, dialogue.
Score, directing.
There's nothing.
No.
There's nothing that can bring this down. It is.
I'm going to say this movie's flawless.
It is. It's going to be flawless. It is. The only thing we're going to have an issue with is picking play of the day.
Yes.
And best on ground. I don't think there'll be a worst on ground.
I don't think there will be a performance worthy of worst on ground in this movie.
It'll be.
This will be the anti-Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. There's a 5.
5. Oh, easy.
5.
Easy.
Easy.
5.
Easy. I reckon he's going to be pretty happy. Oh, Johnny Key's doing Gladiator.
Yeah.
Favourite film.
Is it?
That's what I've heard.
Oh, okay. I don't talk to him that often.
He tells me Forrest Gump is too, though. He changes every week.
Both are worthy choices.
He actually told me The Bodyguard's his favourite.
I thought it was the movie he was in, Ransom.
The Ransom, that's right, yeah. He says because he's in it, it's not his favourite.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, thanks everyone for listening. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Leave us a rating. Give us 5 stars like we gave the fucking Bodyguard.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Leave us a review. It does help us out a lot. If you know someone who might like to listen to us and share an episode with them, you can drop us a line by email at themovietreepod@gmail.com. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Don't forget to check out our topic episodes every couple of weeks. You can come and climb the movie tree with us again next week when we go double 5s, like consecutive 5s. I'm going to say it right now. You heard it here first. Yeah. There's a hot scoop. It's going to be a 5.
Adios, bodyguards.